Hi guys, it's LPSAkirino here, popping in with another video. Yes, and today's video is going to be another differences video. Yes. This time with LPS2210, also known as a collie. Yes. You'll see her in a minute. Yeah, you'll see her in a minute, so there's no point us getting into too much detail about her. Now, this is in no way to brag. Now, a lot of people say this, the bragging thing during unboxing videos, because a lot of people complain about it, of course, and if you're a person who's made your own eBay unboxing video, or just an unboxing video in general, there is a lot of hate comments. Yes, there can be anyway. There can be, yeah. I think a lot of people have accepted it now, but still we always like to say it. Yes. But the reason why I'm saying it in this video is because I, myself, and my sister, we do love the unauthentic ones. Yes, they are still very cute, so don't be afraid to use them, guys. Yes, please use them in your videos if you have them, because we would definitely have if we hadn't have gotten the authentic versions, but we see no problem with the fake ones. No. They are a cheaper option and they still look just as good. Not perfect, you can easily see in some of them, like the one I'm about to show you, the flaws, but it doesn't really matter. They're still an LPS, they're still a collie, and yeah, I just wanted to get that done out of the way so you guys know that we're not hating against them, we're just basically helping out you people out there that want to buy a possibly authentic version of this collie and don't really know what to look for. Yes, this is quite, as we're about to show you, this collie is quite different, but there is some that is more authentic looking, so don't be caught out thinking that this one is the only fake, because there is multiple of them, so yeah, don't get caught. This is probably the worst looking one, but no offense to it, but yeah, it's the most obvious. For the other ones I've seen people use aftermarket or have gotten aftermarket in like eBay unboxing, aren't actually that bad. Yeah, so mine, but this one's actually like really good plastic quality. It's like a normal LPS. So let's go and get the collie. I'm that excited.
Oh, we're just gonna smear into the side here.
Hello.
Alright, so this is gonna be...
It's me.
Okay, this is gonna be mainly me talking here because these this is my LPS.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be quiet and be awkwardly standing in the background.
And doing some cringy things in the background.
Yeah.
So, first of all, we have the authentic version.
Who's looking up to this?
Okay, it's focused now. Authentic version and non-authentic version. Now, I'm guessing you can easily tell the difference. There is a big difference right here. So I guess, yeah, as I said, the main difference is definitely the streak down her face. This one has the flicks off to the side, giving a kind of, I don't know, spiky look, I guess, and it's not really as clean and cut as this one, as well as it doesn't sort of, you know, work well onto her muzzle. Like this one goes around the shape of her nose, and this one sort of doesn't. It just kind of goes small and choppy and weird, I guess you could say. Her colour, like the darker colourings are very glossy, as well as darker, so on the face as well as the body, as you can, the body's a lot more noticeable than the head, I reckon.
It almost looks black on the body from off camera.
Yeah.
On camera it does too.
Yeah, so it's sort of like, well, the head's not too bad, the colours are fairly similar. This one's still a little bit darker, but not as much as the body. And then the eyes, this one's definitely a lot glossier, so the authentic version is heaps more glossy. You can see it in our lights there. And this one's fairly matte. There's a slight gloss, shine to it, I guess you could say, but not really. And then the outlining of the eyes are a lot darker on the authentic version than the aftermarket version, as well as the eyelashes are shorter and thicker lines compared to this one, which are longer and thinner. The actual eye colour is fairly similar, except the second colour, I guess, is darker, like the dark, that looks more like a dark purple, this one's more like a dark blue, but the top one's pretty similar, I think. The smaller dots in the eyes are smaller on the unauthentic version than the authentic version. This one's a little bit bigger, as well as the noses. The noses are probably the same colour, maybe this one's a tiny bit lighter, and this one's also glossy too. But this one's paint job is a little worse, well, it was quite much worse than this one. Moving on to the mouth. The mouths are fairly similar. This one looks a little bit longer in like this area here compared to this one. And then the lines are a lot thinner, especially the join between the nose and the mouth is a lot, like, isn't as indented in as this one is. I'm going down to the front of her body. As I said, the patterns are a lot darker, and the sort of patterns are a little bit different too. So sort of on that foot is a bit different to that one over there. The feet are a little bit different for some reason, the colouring. Plus you can see this mould line here, whereas the actual collie mould line goes, well, you can't really see it, but goes on the inside of the leg, like in there. That's what normally the collie moulds are. Okay, let's turn her this way.
Oh, it's also mould lines like there.
Yeah.
Along here. It goes down the side.
Whereas this one doesn't. It
Doesn't at all.
Kind of see there. Okay, on the side here, the LPS sign is fairly similar. This one's a little bit thinner, so the unauthentic is thinner and a little bit more down on the pattern, whereas that one's a little bit higher and thicker. Jawlines. And the jawlines are fairly similar. This one's, the authentic version's muzzle looks a little longer. Sorry, her head just turns, by the way, so sorry about that. Plus it looks a bit more jutted out, and this one's nose is more protruding with this one, where the authentic versions isn't. Other than that, the fur lines on here are a little bit thinner, aren't as thick and detailed compared to the authentic version. You can definitely see the more gloss on the head, the patterns of the body. I guess the body shape is basically the same. She looks a little bit shorter on this side. I think she is a tiny bit shorter, but her neck looks a little bit shorter compared to this one, but the body length is about the same, and the tail height too, but this one looks a bit more up, I guess, more vertical. The other one's a little bit more on an angle. Turning to the bum, let us see behind. Pretty well similar. You can definitely see the height now. I didn't mention it before, but you can see it from here if you didn't notice it. But she's a lot shorter, so this is still the unauthentic one. So it's the authentic one. But other, oh my god, her head just turned. But other than that, that is all that I see of differences between these two LPS. Oh, there is also the,
Yeah, I was gonna say the underneath.
the underneath too. You can kind of see her clear neck peg. She does have a clear neck peg. Hers is slightly rusted though, but I knew that sort of when I bought it. And this neckline, this thick bit here, is normally thick on the authentic LPS. That is a big telltale sign.
Yeah.
If an eBay seller shows the bottom of it, you can actually see the rim.
Yeah.
You can kind of see. Wait, is she sounding like that?
Yes.
Okay, compared to this one. Now this one is actually pretty good in that. Oh my god, but in that, we'll just sit like that.
There you go.
But it's a lot more like that, I guess you can say, than like this one. And this one's either got the white rim, that's a big telltale sign, it's not that clear rim, but then she's also got the white peg. You can clearly see that in there. That's like #1 telltale sign that everyone goes for. And the little octagonal, this one's more rounded, the authentic version, compared to this one's a bit more octagonal, but that's actually pretty decent, because I'm pretty sure, see, hers is similar?
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not really sharp, it's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of them are like really sharp, they're not octagons, are they?
Is that 8 sides? No.
6, no, it's a
Hexagon.
hexagon. I'm sorry. I don't know why it says octagon, it's a hexagon. But hers is actually pretty good. The wording, yeah, can you just drop me? If you can just get it to focus.
Oh, it's a bit worse.
Yeah, it's a bit better. Just pull it back a little bit. This one says 2007 Hasbro, this one here, the unauthentic version, China C431G, I think. What does she say?
Oh no, it's the exact same, I
It's the
think.
exact same.
But the G's bigger on the
The G is
unauthentic.
bigger, yeah. So this is the authentic now. We just switched sides.
I'm sorry, it was so bad.
But I
Gimme.
okay. But I think
Oh, she's down. Okay.
hello. But I think that's about it for this collie. So let's shove them out the way.
I love collies, I'm sorry.
So guys, that is all from us and this comparison video. Yeah. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope this sort of made you learn something new about distinguishing a fake LPS to an authentic one. Well, for this particular LPS. For this particular LPS, not one, but like you could use some of our tips here, such as the height maybe, or the mould line, as well as the neck peg and the underside rim to help distinguish other collies.
Yes.
So, because other collies do have that.
Yeah, it's not just this one.
It's not just this one, so like with the mould line thing. I'll just grab another collie. Okay, this is another one of mine, but you can see there, that mould line's the same. This bit.
And she is authentic too, by the way.
And she is authentic.
Check out the unboxing video if you want to see where she's from.
Yes. She's elite.
Smaller outside.
Do an unboxing video, which I only got it today. Anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed.
Yes.
Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And LPSAkirino for the video.
Bye, guys.
Bye.